I'm assuming they must have like either dragged her out of.
I hadn't gotten any calls. I made a bunch of calls to people, and then eventually I got hit with the news that my mom did get detained by ICE agents, and that was a really bad gut feeling. And my first thought is, where am I gonna live? How? She's just probably sitting in the car, and they eventually broke her window in. We had to tape this up. I gotta figure out how to get the window repaired and start paying that car off too, because if I don't, it's gonna get, they're gonna take the car. And she told me that she was calling multiple people when she was detained by that first ICE agent. And I had heard from the neighbor of where we were going to live that there was apparently only one agent, and then around 10 to 15 minutes later, a bunch of agents eventually like swarmed around the car, and she basically just stayed in there long enough for them to tell her that they were gonna break the car window, and it ended up like that, and the shattered glass is still in there. I haven't really.
That's exactly how it's been ever since they broke it. They haven't changed anything. She was just sitting in her car getting ready to paint this house that we were about to move into, that we were gonna rent out, and she basically started calling a bunch of people. Maybe not definitely not top priority, but maybe on the way there.
This is also what I'm not used to, because since she was usually the main money earner in the household, she'd be able to take care of me and my little sister. And now that she's not here, not only do I have to figure out how I'm gonna be able to, pay rent, pay that car window, and even start paying the car off, I gotta figure out how to pay like the electric bill and the water bill, because everything's in her name.
Go paint that house because it's too dangerous. She could have at least waited for me or waited for somebody else to go take her. Work, then my sister, so I can gain money and, pay off the rent if I have to start paying rent, for these next couple of weeks.
From what I can tell is that my mom isn't legal, but 100% she's been living here for more than 18 years and maybe over 20. And, she has a clean record. She's never really committed a crime. And I'm just praying that I get my mom back as fast as we can, because honestly, I'm not ready having to take care of all of these responsibilities, but I'm willing to take them on if I have to.